Okay, guys, thanks for joining us here in the charts. This is the Market Beast. So, the purpose of this video is to point out a very simple understanding of the Bollinger Bands and what typically takes place when you get a weekly candle to close below the mean average line. Hopefully, the title suggests Bollinger Band secret on Bitcoin or something like that, because I'm going to break this down and make it super simple for everyone to understand. And we're going to get right into it. So welcome back, loyal family. If you're new here, we explore price action only. Welcome in new subscribers. Let's go ahead and dive right into the charts here, shall we? So today's August the 15th, 2021, and the current price of Bitcoin, if it's relevant information, is $46,676.54, slightly negative 0.9% for the day. Okay. All right, but again, we're just focusing on the Bollinger Bands. So here are the Bollinger Bands. All right, and I also have, what we're going to focus on are the green circles and the red circles. We also have like check marks, color coordinated check marks, but mainly focus red circle, green circle. Here it is. All right, so it looks a little bit messy, but we're going to go over it, guys. It's really simple. So what we're going to do is start back in 2018, okay? Remember, if you're new to like Bollinger Bands and just want me to do a brief explanation, these candlesticks represent the price action, and most of the candlesticks are confined within these two blue lines, the lower blue line and the higher blue line. And the orange line is just kind of a mean average line that acts as support and resistance. So again, the red circle, the first red circle that we have identified to make sense of all of this is going to be here at about January the 29th, 2018. Now notice how we got a weekly candle to close below the orange line. That's kind of the warning sign saying that, yeah, this market is going to start getting rejected at the orange line. So of course the close below, up, rejection, down, up, lower high, rejection. And I think it's pretty clear to see that the sellers have full control every time the market gets close to that orange line, if you guys can see that, okay? Just really, really simple. The market is getting rejected from the orange line because we did get an official close below that line, all right? So now what we have here is a red check mark. This is just simply representing the extreme price fluctuations outside, aka below the blue line, which is the Bollinger Bands, signaling that it's probably time to get a close back above the orange line. Pardon me there. Okay. So now what we're looking for is a green circle to close above the orange line to signal a reversal. Okay. By the way, you can't like get this at tradingview.com to pull up like the circles and checks. It's just something that I put on the chart just before starting the video. Okay. All right. So we got a green circle right here at about March the 25th, 2019. So remember, when we get a weekly candle to close above or below the orange line, that is kind of signaling a trend shift. Or even if it's not signaling a trend shift, it at least has a test of the Bollinger Bands. If it's on a breakdown, you get a test of the lower Bollinger Bands. Or if it's a break up above the orange line, you get a test at the blue Bollinger Band line above the price, okay? So obviously, break above green lines, broke above the orange line, the weekly candles, and of course the market obviously continued higher here. Again, this is still back in 2019. All right, the market had a really nice move up, and then here we have extreme price fluctuations outside of the Bollinger Bands once again, which we're not really focusing on. We're focusing on the close below or above the mean average, the orange line. Here we are again. Red circle, we got to close below that orange line. So remember, when you get a close above or below, it tends to test the lower Bollinger Band lip, so to speak, or the top. And in this example, it tests the lower blue line at the Bollinger Band, represented at the red check mark, okay? Now, if we scroll on over, we got a nice close above. Green circle represents a close above the orange line, okay? Close above it. And then, of course, the test of the blue line right there. It's going to make sense. Stick with me here, all right? Representing the green check mark, which we're not focusing on. We got a red circle here, close below the orange line. Test, actually a breakthrough of the blue line, okay? Next example, green circle, okay? This time we actually got a really nice close above that orange line, the mean average line. So it actually took some time to really have a really nice move to the upside after it closed above that orange line. So a really nice bull market here until it went all the way up to 64,000. Here we are closer to present day, red circle closing below that mean average line. Of course, we got a test of the blue line. Okay, if we didn't already show you guys here, it's pretty obvious, right? When we got the green close above that line there, green close green circle to close above the orange line, we got a test of the blue line right at the top there. I'm just kind of, I'm showing you, I'm kind of going over this as much as I can, you know, very slowly, verbatimly, right? Because I want to show you that every single time that weekly closes below or above that orange line, we get a nice test of the lip, either to the downside or the upside, okay? So of course we got a test to the downside. Now right now, here's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. We just got, we're up against a close above the orange line. We got about 2 hours and 15 minutes. At 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this weekly candle will close. So assuming that this is not a fake out, and then they can actually stay above this orange line on the next following weekly candle, which I'd have to guess would be somewhere around like $43,000. If that can happen, then it's more likely than not the market will try and test the higher lip of the Bollinger Band here on the weekly format, and that is currently at about $62,000. Now take it easy before you start hitting that buy button saying that, yep, we've been over this, Napoleon showed us this on something else, it's time to buy, we're going to 62,000. Hang on there, because we must wait until the following candle. This could be a fake out. This is not a bearish video, by the way. This video has more of a bullish tone because I'm going to speculatively assume that over the next 2.5 or 2 hours and 15 minutes, we will likely get a close above this orange line, and that would be an official close above that orange line ever since the big drop off back near the $48,000 level, okay, after coming from 60,000. Okay, so this is not happening, guys. This is a really good sign. Okay, this video is more of a bullish tone. So let's wrap it. Let's summarize the video. Okay, let's summarize this less than 1 minute. Over the next 2 weeks, what we're going to look for is at least the market to hold above the orange line. Guys, please pull up your Bollinger Bands. This is super powerful, super practical to understand the next few weeks, you know, up to like a month or two in the Bitcoin market to understand a potential target, because the market can close above this orange line for at least the next 2 weeks to make sure that there is a sufficient amount of support below the price. Yeah, the market is likely going to 60,000, guys. Oh, yeah. Wherever the top of this, you know, Bollinger Bands is at the time, maybe it's going to continue lower as the market develops, maybe do something like that, right? I'm not sure, guys. But if we can get a nice close above that level, I'm saying the same thing over and over, okay? 43,000, yeah, the market is going to act as a magnet to the top of that Bollinger Bands. So let's see where that actually will be. Let's give the market a good 2 weeks, maybe even longer. I'm not saying it's going to reach 60,000 in 2 weeks. I'm saying we got to see if there will be support at 43,000 over the course of 2 weeks, including this week, so I guess next week. And if it does hold, expect the market to gradually move higher. Explosion, I'm not sure it's going to explode, but at least a gradual climb to the upside to test the top of that Bollinger Bands, which could be anywhere in between, I don't know, I'll just guess at this point, 58,000 all the way up to $60,000. And that's it. So hopefully this is a pretty simple breakdown of the Bollinger Bands. Like, even if you don't want to follow anything else, I think this is a pretty straightforward thing to follow on Bitcoin. If you just want to pull up your Bollinger Bands and just look at the weekly format, that's pretty much, you'll be good to go. You know, I think so. And that's going to end the video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully this is useful. Let's see how this plays out. Not ages. First, we got to get a close above the 43,000, guys. 2 weeks, okay? So that's the end of the video. So hopefully you enjoyed that. So leave an appropriate thumb just below the video if you enjoyed the content. Leave a comment so that the YouTube algorithm can promote the video. If you're new, we also covered the traditional stocks, if you're into that, 7 days a week. So kindly join us here on this interesting journey, and we'll send you that information when it is available. All right. Thanks for stopping out, guys. I appreciate that. Execute your strategies. Always be kind. A lot of you already know that. I don't have to say that. So we'll talk soon, and bye for now.